What's up YouTube, Israel back again with another quick video. Well, today I'm going to do another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from the house of Xerjoff from their Casamorati line. We have Dolce Amalfi. So Dolce Amalfi from Xerjoff's Casamorati line is a spicy, fruity oriental fragrance released in 2017. The nose behind this fragrance is Miroslav Petkov. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Alright, let's check out the presentation. Alright, so here's the box for Dolce Amalfi. As you can see, we have some nice artwork. This is the Amalfi Coast, I believe. We have some nice boats down here, some nice water, nice seaside scenery here. We have a nice tree coming up with some fruit in it. Love the colors in this box. Very impressed with the artwork for Dolce Amalfi. Let's check out the bottle. Alright, so here's the bottle for Dolce Amalfi. We do have a nice yellow frosted glass here with the traditional Xerjoff cap. It does say Casamorati here in the glass, as made in Italy here in the back. This is the older style bottle for the Casamorati line. I believe all the bottles from all the lines kind of look like the egg now. But I do like these older bottles from the Casamorati line. Alright, so here are the notes for Dolce Amalfi. In the top we have quince, apple, cardamom, and saffron. In the mid we have clove, frankincense, and tolu balsam. And in the base we round things off with vanilla, tonka bean, musk, amber, and cedarwood. Yeah, so I have a little bit of experience with the Casamorati line. I did own a bottle of Mephisto, which is a nice fresh fragrance. It really resembles Silver Mountain Water from Creed. And I also own 1888, which is a nice floral amber fragrance. Very nice one here. And this is one I kind of heard about. Not like a huge hype behind this one, but it was enough for, to pique my interest. And I got a decent deal. I think I did a swap, maybe cash deal on this one. But this is a 30 ml bottle. Didn't want to pull a trigger on the full bottle just yet. If I do end up liking it, I will definitely do that. But some of the notes in this really did kind of pique my interest. I did like the quince and the apple, the cardamom and the saffron. Those are the top notes. Very sexy and fruity sounding. The clove, I love clove in fragrances if it's done right. Not a big fan of tolu balsam, so I'm hoping, or tolu balm or whatever this is. Like, I'm hoping it's not going to be super balmy or, super oily or waxy. That kind of thing in fragrances really kills a fragrance for me. So hopefully they can do a little bit, but not too much. The vanilla, tonka bean, and all that stuff, it sounds really sweet. It's going to be fruity and sweet. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one. It is called Dolce Amalfi. I think Dolce means like candy or sweet. So it's going to be a sweet, fruity fragrance, I'm guessing. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. Here we go. Clean hand. Pop the cap here. These bottles tend to have good sprayers. We'll see how the 30 ml does. Good sprayer. For a 30 ml. Wow. Okay. Way different than I thought it was going to be. I'm getting warm, spicy right off the bat. Warm, spicy, and fruity. It's woody too. I'm getting all the quince. I'm getting all the apple. I'm getting the cardamom. I'm getting the cedarwood immediately. Wow, this is like very woody. Like if you're walking through like Home Depot, through the wood section, woody. But it's also sweet and fruity. Spicy. Warm, spicy. Smoky from the incense. That clove is giving it a bit of that like holidays kind of feel, like when you put clove like in eggnog and stuff like that, it kind of really makes it kind of spicy. It's definitely doing that with this one. Wow, this is a nice fragrance. When you look at this box and the scenery on it, and you look at the bottle and you see some of these notes, you're really thinking this is going to be like a fresh summer scent. But right now, this smells like it's going to be a fall scent, like cool weather scent. This is warm, spicy, woody, sweet. Wow, this is a big surprise, I guess, just from reading the notes and what I was expecting to get. I was expecting to get kind of a sort of a light, fresh, or like a light spiciness with it. But I really thought it was going to be fresher and just fruitier with some light spice. This is heavy, woody, spicy. The wood notes are reminding me of something, and if I can think about it, I'll definitely let you guys know. But the cedar in this is very deep, very warm, spicy, very woody. And the fruit notes are blended perfectly with this. This does have the apple, and with the spices, it does kind of remind me a little bit of the apple cider, like the hot apple cider, and if you guys have ever bought like bought it fresh in the little packets or whatever. It comes like in a little sachet or a little bag, you know, a little mesh bag or whatever, and it comes with all the spices and the cinnamon and the clove and the star anise on the inside, and you just kind of dip it in water, I believe. Like this smells to me like hot apple cider, and with added wood notes. Yeah, but this is a nice fragrance. Definitely surprised because, you know, this is a niche brand, so this isn't going to be. Because I know I have a lot of subscribers that love designers, and they, you know, I don't know how many of you guys out there have actually delved into the niche world yet. I do a lot of designer reviews, and I don't do so many of these just because they're super expensive. But if I find something, you know, for a good price, I'll definitely let you guys know about it, because you just never know when you're going to come across a bottle from a certain line like this one. And, you know, when it comes to niche houses, you just never know what you're going to get. You could be, you know, it could just smell awful. You know, sometimes niche, you know, the niche snobs out there love if something smells like garbage just because it costs $1,000. And by garbage, I mean literal garbage. And this one actually smells very pleasing. I'm sure it's going to change. I'm sure it might develop into something else. But right now it smells very pleasant, very sweet, woody, fruity. Yeah. Definitely impressed so far with this one. Not sure where it's going to go from here, but I am going to wear it tonight. It is cool outside. It's not super cold, so it might actually do pretty well, considering it might be decent for cooler weather as well. I think that people online on Fragrantica were thinking this was going to be for the summer. I think when they got their noses on it, they were pleasantly surprised that you could probably wear this one year round. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to trying this over the next few days and give you guys an update. Talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, well, I'm back with my update for Casamorati Dolce Amalfi from the House of Xerjoff. Alright, so I spent quite a bit of time with this fragrance, and I gotta say I do still like it. Probably spent longer than a couple of weeks with this one. I had some other videos come up and couldn't get to the update, so I had plenty of time to spend with this fragrance. And going back to the first half of the video, I said it did remind me of a fragrance. This fragrance really did remind me of a couple of others. And now they're not exact, so you guys don't kill me in the comments. But I did see some similarities between this fragrance and those. And I'll get to that in a second. But I did like this fragrance. It remained very woody with the cedar, very sweet with the vanilla, very spicy with the clove. You know, just very nice and you know, cozy fragrance. And contrary to what everyone was saying, you know, you look at the bottle and the box here, you guys think that this is going to be a summer fragrance, and we'll talk about more about this in a minute. But yeah, I really was leaning towards this one for the cooler weather, and it's winter outside right now, so this was a nice fragrance to wear. But yeah, this one did remind me of a couple of other things. It reminded me of Killian's Apple Brandy. Or also Killian's Single Malt. Those all have that kind of cedary, sweet kind of smell with the fruit notes, especially the apple brandy. I think this one probably, to my nose anyway, more resembles an apple brandy because it does have the apple. This does have apple as well. A lot of cedar. Clearly, they're very different fragrances. It just reminded me of it with the cedar note. It's very strong, very prominent cedar note in this fragrance, and that one as well. So that's why I was immediately drawn to this one, because it did sort of remind me of those. And I was like, man, I know this reminds me of something, but I really like it. Yeah, so obviously, if you like those fragrances, you're probably going to like this fragrance. And, you know, from the first impression and the long, you know, time that I have this fragrance, I do really like it. Longevity I got for this fragrance was actually really good. I got about 8 hours of this fragrance, and it is a niche fragrance. It's an eau de parfum, so I would expect to get good longevity, and I did with this fragrance. Projection I got for this fragrance is really good as well. It did hang around for a while. I guess that goes back to the longevity part. But the first 2.5, 3 hours were really strong. I did go kind of heavy on the trigger with this fragrance. And the sprayers are really good in this line. So I did have quite a bit of juice on. It was projecting pretty strong for the first 2 to 3 hours. So the projection, very good with this fragrance. Season for this fragrance, well, initially I thought with the box art and the color of the bottle here and some of these notes as well, you know, the quince and the apple, I really thought it was going to be a lighter fragrance like for summertime. But after wearing it for a while, I did realize that it's not. It's going to be definitely for fall and winter, in my opinion, because of the vanilla and the clove and the cedar wood. It's very heavy with the cedar wood, very heavy with the vanilla. The clove gives it a bit of a spiciness. It kind of makes you think of like Christmas time or, you know, Thanksgiving or something like that. So also when you smell the woody notes in this, you just automatically think of like a forest, like the brown color of the leaves on the ground or the trees and whatnot. So I really do think that fall and winter are perfect seasons for this fragrance. Occasions for this fragrance, I do think this will be too heavy for work, but I do think it'll be nice for casual wear with the fruit notes. It's nice and fruity and sweet. So I think, you know, casual wear during the day will be good for this one, but also that fruity and sweetness with the clove gives it a bit of a sexiness. Also that frankincense gives it a bit of that smokiness, gives it a bit of a sexiness. I think it'd be good for night out as well. So I do think, you know, casual day wear and an evening out would be perfect for this fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, while I do think the juice is sweet and fruity and playful enough for the younger guys, I do think the price point of this fragrance might turn some of the younger guys off on this one. I'm going to say 25 and up for this fragrance because it is pretty expensive. 30 ml for this fragrance on Lucky Scent is where I got the prices for this fragrance, which is probably, I think, retail. But 105 for a 30 ml, and I believe it's for 100 ml, it's 290. So that's just really expensive for the younger guys, I believe, unless they just, you know, they have a lot of money left over, that's fine. But I also think the 25 and up will probably appreciate the clove notes better than this and the spicy notes and the frankincense in this one to give it a bit of that masculinity and a bit of that, you know, that touch that only a niche fragrance can bring to a sweet and fruity fragrance. So 25 and up is a perfect age range for this fragrance. So overall, I do really like this fragrance. It's definitely a try before you buy. If you like the fragrances that I mentioned before, like single malt or apple brandy or even Burunda, you might like this one unless your nose picks up what I pick up and you're like, I already have those, I don't need to get this one. But honestly, to me, in my opinion, just smelling this one alone reminds me of those, so it kind of takes away from it. Again, they're not exact. The added clove really makes this one spicy and kind of gives it a bit of a more holiday type of feel, you know, but just knowing that those sort of remind me of this one makes me, you know, not want to hold on to this bottle just because I'd rather have those in my collection than this one. But this is no slouch. This is still a good fragrance. If you haven't tried those and maybe you see a bottle of this online somewhere for cheap or you can get a sample, I definitely try before you buy. I mean, give this one a chance. I think you'll really like it. The quality's there, the longevity and the projection is definitely there. Now, I do think this is an expensive fragrance, but 30 ml, and it comes with this nice box, and you get 30 ml with the presentation for $105 isn't actually that bad of a deal. And Lucky Scent, I believe, sells them closer to retail. So even, you know, maybe look out for you know, a coupon code or something like that, and you might be able to save some money. But I think that's not a bad price for a niche fragrance, and I believe if you can get this one for 105, maybe all the other 30 ml in the line are going to be the same price. So I think this is a good house to get started in when it comes to the line anyway. Not so much Xerjoff. Those are way more expensive than these. But I do think that the Casamorati line is a good line to get started into if you're trying to get break into the niche world, because a lot of their fragrances are very easy to wear. They're very mass appealing, and this one I believe is very mass appealing. It's fruity and sweet. It's long lasting. You're definitely getting the quality for this one. You know, I wore this one around Brandon. He said he did like it. So it's not you know, offensive at all. Just maybe go easy on the trigger if you wear it in the warmer weather. I'll be probably wearing this one in the cooler weather myself. But yeah, I did like this fragrance. Like I said, you know, the only knocks on it were it reminded me of those other fragrances. Overall, still a good scent. I think try before you buy just because it's expensive, or if you get a really good price. I would definitely suggest just buying the bottle if you can get a really good price for it, because I think, you know, I think this is a solid fragrance. I think it's mass appealing, and I think it'd be a good starter fragrance to get into the niche world. So has anyone out there tried Dolce Amalfi from Xerjoff's Casamorati line? If you have, let me know your experience with this fragrance down in the comments below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. If you like this video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.